I raised my head. I was alone. The Corsican must have gone down to his wife, who is the concierge of the library. I wanted to hear the sound of his footsteps. Just then, I heard a piece of coal fall in the stove. Fog had filled the room, not the real fog that had gone a long time ago, but the other, the one the streets were still full of, which came out of the walls and pavements. The inconsistency of inanimate objects. The books were still there, arranged in alphabetical order on the shelves with their brown and black backs and their labels up. But how can I explain it? Usually powerful and squat, along with the stove, the green lamps, the wide windows, the ladders, they dam up the future. As long as you stay between these walls, whatever happens must happen on the right or the left of the stove. Saint Denis himself could come in carrying his head in his hands, and he would still have to enter on the right, walk between the shelves devoted to French literature and the table reserved for women readers. And if he doesn't touch the ground, if he floats 10 inches above the floor, his bleeding neck will be just at the level of the third shelf of books. Thus these objects serve at least to fix the limits of probability. Today they fix nothing at all. It seemed that their very existence was subject to doubt, that they had the greatest difficulty in passing from one instant to the next. I held the book I was reading tightly in my hands, but the most violent sensations went dead. Nothing seemed true. I felt surrounded by cardboard scenery which could quickly be removed. The world was waiting, holding its breath, making itself small. It was waiting for its convulsion, its nausea, just like Akil the other day. A real panic took hold of me. I didn't know where I was going. I ran along the docks, turned into the deserted streets in the Beauvaisis district. The houses watched my flight with their mournful eyes. I repeated with anguish, "Where shall I go? Where shall I go?" Anything can happen. Sometimes, my heart pounding, I made a sudden right-about turn. What was happening behind my back? Maybe it would start behind me and I would turn around. Suddenly it would be too late. As long as I could stare at things, nothing would happen. I looked at them as much as I could. Pavements, houses, gaslights. My eyes went rapidly from one to the other to catch them unawares, stop them in the midst of their metamorphoses. They didn't look too natural, but I told myself forcibly, this is a gaslight, this is a drinking fountain, and I tried to reduce them to their everyday aspect by the power of my gaze. Several times I came across barriers in my path. The Café des Bretons, the Bar de la Marine. I stopped, hesitated in front of their pink net curtains. Perhaps these snug places had been spared. Perhaps they still held a bit of yesterday's world, isolated, forgotten. But I would have to push the door open and enter. I didn't dare, I went on. Doors of houses frightened me especially. I was afraid they would open of themselves. I ended up walking in the middle of the street.